based on our own journeys and our own personal beautiful experiences that we've created for ourselves, blissful love really is coming back to the knowingness of what we always have been and who we always will be. And really understanding that everything is just an expression of love, even if it's unfavorable, it's still coming from that place of pure creation and knowing that's who we are. And when we start to intentionally kind of come back to knowing that we can create from a conscious place and really just refocus our attention to the things that are more favorable for us to experience, then we can start expressing this love in a different way, in a way that allows us to, fulfill the things we've always wanted to fulfill here, and to be able to use this blissful love to help other people and to allow all of us to really live these lives that we've always wanted to, but before maybe thought that we couldn't. And that's what we were using our blissful love towards. Now we can be more conscious about it. And it gets better every single day too.
I agree. I feel like this activation of blissful love just makes everything better in our lives. And it also helps you to see things better because you understand that there is no two energies. There's only one consciousness. There's only one energy, which is love. So once you really know that and you feel like, okay, I'd like to be aligned or go with the flow of what is instead of against what is, then there's only one choice: saturating yourself in this blissful love and becoming aware. So by us speaking of it, sharing it with others, talking about it with each other all of the time, I always feel better. So our decision was, why not share this out into the world so that others could get on this blissful love train, or not just get on it. You're already in it, but you're just aware that you're in it. So to activate it, the awareness of it, so that you can feel fulfilled and satisfied, like you said, no matter what is going on, regardless of, like people like to say, circumstances.
Yes.
If you truly saturate yourself in this blissful love, nothing can sway you, honestly.
Nothing. And I think also too, exactly what you said is, it's just putting yourself into the knowingness that it's always been this way. You can never not be this. There's no two masters, it's just one. But it's just deciding in each moment, the now moment, how am I going to embody this? How am I going to allow this to work for me, instead of resisting and then creating ways that I'm showing more resistance, only from that place of that I'm the all-powerful, all-knowing being. So if you constantly ask yourself and saturate, like what we're doing in this channel, of just saturating the knowingness of who we are and the blissful love, then it's the only way for it to be expressed is through that. So we're only allowing that to be expressed. And then from that, I feel like then you have this knowingness that grows in this confidence. And then you start to really be strict on, how am I going to put my attention? Oh, this thing's popping up. Well, it's perfect. Okay, great. Now that I said it's perfect, then I'm allowing perfection to show me that my life is this beautiful expression. And I feel like this will just help every single person saturate themselves into completely only seeing this one way, in this knowingness of that we are only the expression of pure bliss, pure love in every cell of our body. And then you can't see anything else. Then it has to show up that way.
It's very true. And we've been showing it time and time again. And it's only the awareness that I'm not looking for that. I've fallen out of it. I've become unaware. I have amnesia again, whatever that is. And we're here to say that happens. And, and also at the same time, the more we become aware of this energy, the more that we embody it, the more that we refocus, the more that we know, like you said, that knowingness, the easier it becomes to just be it, to not, to use the discipline to not choose anything else, to say that is false. That is a false claim. Like we were talking earlier, am I all authority? Am I the operant power? Am I this or not? Am I love or am I not? There's no two ways. So either you are or you're not, but you are. So, so it only makes sense to align, keep refocusing, aligning everything into that, it's just delightful, into that delightful way of being. Why would we choose other? And it's not to say you're not going to have emotions or feelings or things that come up that don't seem aligned. But like you just said, you look at those things and you say, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. And it has come from me. So once I know that, then what am I going to do with it? It's only on me. It's my
Mhm.
decision. So then I decide
Exactly.
to pull it into this, pull it into this blissful
Mhm.
love and, pull it into here. You're coming in here with me. You're not going to stay out there, wherever that is.
Mhm.
There's nowhere out there. It's all in here.
Oh, and it's so funny looking back, well, whatever that means, looking into a different reality where, you've created certain situations and all it really was that you were just so good at putting your attention on things that you thought were outside of you. And because of the way the inner world is the only true world, because you kept picturing this inner reality of lack, separation, that's how powerful you were to create it. And so if you really then just knew wholeheartedly that that was always you creating, and so you have the power to just refocus to what you want, you would actually not care whether you felt or even thought a certain way, because you would come back into the knowingness of, yeah, but I did that, so it's okay. So then refocus, refocus, refocus. It's simple, it's easy, and then eventually you start seeing the fact that it is all from you. And then when you know that, you really could care less on what's happening because it feels so peaceful to just go within anyways. And then I feel like that part of the detachment of, I don't really care what's showing up because I know this is me, allows you to be more peaceful and create from that space, instead of, I need to do this to get this, I need this technique to get this, because then you still feel fear and separation because you're forgetting that it's from within to without. And then instead of going out to in, which is stressful because it's never going to work that way, you finally just rest in that knowingness. And then I think that's when love just builds on itself, it grows, because then you feel, oh my goodness, the power of the Father within me, the Father and I are one. This is how it always is and always will be, but I can be conscious of it now.
Yes, that's
It's the
very good.
best feeling.
The good reminder that I say to myself is, I like to think about the kingdom of God or the kingdom
Mhm.
within me. Like, where is the kingdom of God when we speak about that? And am I creating from the kingdom of God? Am I in the kingdom of God? It's a definition for yourself. Like, what would that feel like to be in the kingdom of God within you? Peaceful,
Yes.
calm, loving, whole, all of those things. I'm just giving some examples, but blissfully loved, blissfully loving. So from that place, that's the only place that I will take an action from, because otherwise,
Mhm.
if I don't feel that, I know that whatever action I take, it's in the world of duality. It's like back and forth. It's like, you're like ping ponging instead of just
Yes.
being, so
Yes.
when I check with myself, like this blissful love, like that's our theme, because that's what we love and that's what we feel. And what I'm saying is that's how I feel within myself in the kingdom of God. And so from that place of the kingdom within and blissful love, if I'm taking an action, whatever that is, it is the right action. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like
Yes.
a technique to get, like you said, we're not doing
Yes.
something to get something. I am the thing. I am the something. Like, I don't need to do anything to get it. I am it. So once you know that, and we want to speak these words so that anyone who's listening can feel it, can connect to it, can test it out for yourself. You can see, does that resonate? Does that feel good? And try it. And not try it, do it and see what happens.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly.
This is
And
our
that
intention here.
that's the best way. And I think also too is like, just, if obviously at some point in our lives we start to ask, do we actually believe that there's something more? I feel like that you get to a certain point where you start to wonder, I mean, how is this tree even existing? How am I breathing right now? But so if you start questioning that, if you really ask yourself how this even exists and how beautiful and perfect it is, then I feel when you just start to understand that that's because there's this ultimate beautiful creator that we are created from, but we have the full power of and we're merged with, then we have that complete authority and that right to live from that space. And to, if anything, it's like what was wanted from us from the start is to live from that place, because that's how we experience more and create more and fulfill the love of God more, is when we know that that's who we are. And so if I ask myself, would God say this is possible? I know yes, there would only be a yes. So then why would I question myself if I know that that same power lies within me and there's no question whether I believe that that could be fulfilled? It's just that part where you think you're separate, so then you doubt that you can do it. It's really just, it's innate, it's who I am. There's no question about it. So I might as well live from that space. And then from that knowingness, everything is instant and easy because I'm no longer questioning who I am.
Yes, I love this, and I want to say as well, the objections that we have, or anyone may have, let's just speak for ourselves, myself, they don't hold up when you actually be it. We can see all these objections. I hear a lot of objections. I guess they're reflected from within me. I suppose my unconsciousness, the programming, the whatever that is, whatever the old self, the other realities, the other dimensions, whatever that is, things that exist in some kind of way. However, if you just do it, if you just be it, there is no objection. There's no more objection. If there's objection, it means you're not being it. You're not choosing, you're not making a choice. You're not choosing it, embodying it, refocusing, aligning, all of these things. You're not. Because if you were, the feeling that you would have would never allow, that blissful love would never allow you to object. Or to, like you said, ask God, say, is this possible? And the answer be no. It's never no.
No, exactly. And that's funny because
yes.
it's because it's always yes that we can create whatever, is why we created circumstances that seem unfair and not right. Well, yeah, we created that because all you hear is yes. So, I'm poor. Yes. I'm rich. Yes. I'm unhappy. Yes. I'm happy. Yes. I have nothing. Yes. I have everything. Yes. That's literally all it is. It's just someone saying yes. It's so funny.
And then we're like, no, but I'm like, but yes, you're saying it. You're obviously claiming it. If you are receiving it, you're obviously claiming it.
Oh my gosh. And it's comical when you start to think about it that way. And I think that the laughter, like you've always told me, is just so helpful in getting out of that state and that loop of that lack and separation. It's funny, giggle. Who cares?
Yeah,
it's really not
you
serious.
can change anything. I feel like the blissful love as well is a lightness of being, and it's sparkly and it's sprinkly. And what is laughter? To me, laughter feels like that, like sprinkles or sparkles, or, like it breaks up heavy energy or dense, claims or thoughts or whatever we want to call it. Laughter lightens it all up. So, laugh a little bit, laugh at ourselves, laugh at the situation, laugh at the illusion, laugh at the lies, whatever it is, and then claim what is true, and you will see what happens. It's so good. I so appreciate you. I love you.
I love you too. And I love this so much because now we're going to be able to express this with other people and have everyone understanding that we were meant to be this way and to live this way. And I feel like because of that, the more and more conscious attention we put towards it, the more people can actually live this way. So it's really funny because we're posting really for ourselves and because everyone is us. So it's just going to be a reflection of how much we know this to be true.
We're excited to, expand this out in every single way.
Exactly.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. And we'll be back soon.
We'll be back. Blissful love. I love it.